Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dozen Cats for Me Wellness Chats. Our first wellness chat of 2022. I hope that you're all doing well. Happy New Year to everyone. We'll give people a few minutes to roll in. I'm sure that everybody is getting back into their regular routines and are probably feeling a bit exhausted at this point. So I did want to mention that I do apologize. We originally had Indigo Crystals scheduled to do some healing readings with me tonight, and if anyone has been following me around in the chats the last couple of days, you will have heard me mention that my neck is bugging me, and I have to be honest, I really just did not feel up to it. So I do apologize for that. So Heather was kind enough to let us reschedule the healing readings for next week. So next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Indigo Crystals will be here and we will do those healing readings. Tonight, what we're going to talk about is something that I've wanted to do for a long while. And since I'm not feeling great, I could use this, as well as I hope that you will find this helpful. We're going to be talking about visualization. It is a technique that I find extremely helpful, and it is, saved me so many times. So we're going to get into that in just a couple of minutes as soon as everybody rolls in here. So just a couple of housekeeping things. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the bell notification so you know whenever I upload another video. All of those things are important to the channel, and as always, I appreciate your support. Last night I uploaded a video on a sample of mirror work. I do hope that you guys will check that out. It also is a very helpful tool to me for many different reasons, but it's just a sample, so I hope that you guys find that useful. What else did I want to tell you? Oh, yes. Yeah, so on January the 9th, so this Sunday at 8 p.m., not 9 p.m., but 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Allie from Heart and Soul Connected and Michael Dyer. Michael has created his own set of relationship cards, and during the Christmas break, he was featured on the Soul Sisters. And I reached out to him, and he was kind enough to agree to come on the channel. And we're going to take a deep dive into relationships. I thought that that was a great topic that you might all find interesting and helpful. The cards are thought-provoking, and with the divide that we all deal with in so many different ways, it might be information that could be very, very helpful. So I hope that you will all join me for that. And, okay, so what else do I have to tell you? I think that's about it. I want to start off with pulling a postcard from Spirit. I'm feeling compelled to do that. And then I will say hello to everyone. And we will get started talking about visualization. All right, here we go, my friends. Sorry. My neck feels like there are about 9 boulders in it, or past the rock stage and into boulders at this point. All right, and we've had a card flip over. let us see what we get, my friend. Let us see what we get. All right. Well, this is an interesting card. Dear wonderful you, intimacy is scary sometimes. It means you have to let someone else get to know the real you, not the perfect, flawless mask you wear for others. No, it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one that is totally you without artifice or walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for a time, but it will be so worth it. This is the only way you will know true closeness with others, and you will also be close to spirit and to us. There is amazing freedom that comes when you let go and just be yourself with another or a group. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy and true empowering. So may we support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You will know yourself better, and we hope learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who we are with others, so share it. You will be so glad that you did. Loving you so, so much. Well, I kind of think that that card encompasses everything that you wonderful people do in the chat for each other, for me. That is a beautiful message. Beautiful message. All right, my friends, let me scroll up here and say hello to everyone. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, indigo crystals. Am I feeling better now? Not really. Thank you so much, Heather, for being understanding. I am so sorry to cancel on you last minute. I feel horrible about it. But I really appreciate it if you join us next week and we sort of like do a take two. Hard Cardomancy, how you doing, love? You're lurking. That's fine. We don't mind lurkers. Hi, Anna Banana. How you doing, love? Hi, Faye. Oh, thanks, Faye. Appreciate that. Hi, Suzanne. How you doing? How are you doing, my dear? Suzanne is multitasking too. Everybody is doing that, it seems. Okay. So we don't have a big group in here, but that's okay. That's all right. So just as an FYI, okay, in a few moments, I'm just going to talk a bit about visualization, and then we're going to do a visualization, okay? I would really appreciate it if you would give it a great college try, because it is important that you realize through doing this technique that you actually have the ability to do this technique, right? That is really the point. Uh-oh, the freezing weather is moving in. Oh, Cardomancy, honestly, you're having a total time over there. Oh, I'm not doing so great, Suzanne, but thank you for asking. I've got a bit of a neck problem, but I'm okay. It's an old injury from a car accident I was in many, many, many years ago. And right now I feel like I refer to this as my turtle stage. Like my head is like stuck in my shell and I need to pull it out, but I literally can't. So I'm like doing this. I will be fine. I have been through this many, many, many times. I will be okay. All right, my friends. So let me bring up my sticky note so that I can share what I need to share with you. So I have all my information in front of me. Okay, so what is visualization? So visualization, there are so many different kinds of visualization techniques. This specific thing that I do for myself is visualization therapy. Okay, so visualization therapy is a powerful technique that you can help to unwind, to relieve stress. It involves using mental imagery. Don't let that scare you. bear with me, hang in with me. I promise I promise you that it's going to work for the majority of you. And I'm going to take you through a visualization that I do for myself, and I have great confidence that that you're going to feel relaxed when it is over. So if anyone has had a tough day, a bad day at the office, if the kiddos are driving you, crazy, or whatever, stick with it. Stick with me. I promise that this is going to at least relax you. Okay. And sorry, I'm kind of going all over the place. That's only because I'm having difficulty here. Okay, so I like to explain that visualization, the therapy, the technique that I use is sort of along the lines of, have you ever walked out to the living room or walked out to the bedroom or walked into the bedroom and said okay, I don't like the way the furniture is in here and I want to change everything around. And you sort of imagine in your mind where the couch is going to go, where the TV is going to go, where the bed's going to go, etc. That is really the concept of this. Now, a lot of people get all freaked out. I don't have a good imagination. I can't visualize things. It's not just in your mind's eye, creating like a daydream sort of thing, or like a film in your mind. You are also creating or opening up like your sense of smell and your sense of touch, and you're getting all of your senses working together. So, and yes, Suzanne, good point. Don't worry, you don't literally have to move the furniture around. That's funny. So, and I will make a special note here that if you really cannot visualize things, you can, of course, take out your journal or your notepad, sit in a quiet spot, and write out the story. Do not leave any details out. The details are the thing that holds you in that particular story that you are creating, whether it be in your mind or on a piece of paper. You can also do it that way, right? All right, here we go. Let me continue. So, similar to daydreaming, visualization is accomplished through the use of your imagination, as we just said, right? Now, specifically, as everybody knows here, I have anxiety panic disorder. So if you've been diagnosed with panic disorder, then you likely experience these constant fears of the proverbial cloud, as we always talk about, and the sense of impending doom. And research has shown that using relaxation techniques reduces the nervousness and improves your response to the relaxation, right? By enhancing your relaxation skills, you can lower that flight or fight response that is often triggered during times of increased anxiety and panic attacks. So, of course, if it's going to work for a panic attack, why would it not work for, I had a bad day at the office, right? Okay. Just a couple more things here. So there are several reasons why using this technique can help you cope. When you are in a panic attack or going into panic, or if you've just been nervous and you've been fighting it for a couple of days, right? You got that butterfly feelings sort of thing happening. Sorry, guys. Like I am right now, and I can't focus or concentrate, so I apologize for that. Your thoughts wander. Literally, that's what I was reading next. So your thoughts wander. You have that butterfly kind of worry feeling, and you always imagine that the very, very worst thing is going to happen. The point is that your brain, your cognitive thinking brain, is somewhere else, right? And the idea of the visualization therapy is to transport you to your happy place, for example, or any place that relaxes you, if that makes sense. So I'm not leaving, I'm not going anywhere, but in order for me to do this, I have to turn my camera off, okay? Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to do this for you guys. So I want everyone to get comfortable. I want you to at least give it a college try, okay? And Shield Maiden, stick with me, hun. I hope that this helps you. So try to get comfortable. You don't have to lay down. You can sit in a chair. You can sit outside and on a lawn chair. You can lay on the floor. You can sit, curl up in a chair. Heck, you could even be in the bathtub if you wanted to. Get your favorite blankie, get your favorite pillow, grab the cat or the dog, right? Cozy sweater, whatever relaxes you, right? Whatever relaxes you. And once you all get comfortable, we're going to get started. It's not going to take a long time, so I don't want anyone to freak out. And when we're done, we're going to come back. And if you guys have any questions, I will be happy to answer them for you. Or if something wasn't clear or whatever the case may be. The other thing I wanted to mention is, I don't know if you guys can see me or not. I can't really stand up and I can't move the camera. So hopefully you can. I'll just put my hand up like this. Oftentimes, if you're panicked, your heart rate is increased and your breathing is rapid and not really rhythmic, right? And that's what you want to do. You want to bring her back to a regular rhythm. So this is just something that I do. It's totally optional. You don't have to do this. I take my right hand because that's what feels comfortable to me. I close it into a small, loose fist with my thumb out. Okay? And I try and stand up here so that you guys can see what I'm doing. And otherwise, it's not going to make much sense. Sorry, hold on a second. Oh, okay. So right underneath your breastbone, okay, very gently down towards your belly button in a very rhythmic motion. That's what I do while I'm doing this visualization technique to help control my breathing. Okay? Okay. So is everybody comfortable? Everybody sitting in a good spot? I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera off. And we're going to give this visualization therapy a shot. Okay? All right. Let me see if I can figure out how to turn my camera off. There we go. You guys can still hear me? We're in business. Okay. So this visualization exercise I call a lazy summer's afternoon. I want you to imagine that you are resting on a lounge chair, stretched out. You're in your backyard. You're feeling totally relaxed. I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. I want you to feel the warmth of the sun. Take another deep breath in through the nose and out through your mouth. Let the sun kiss your body. Let it relax you. Take another breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let the sun embrace your body like a giant hug, or being wrapped up in a luxurious robe. You see the flowers blowing gently in the breeze. See all the vivid colors. Smell the flowers. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Notice how strong and proud the flowers stand with their faces turned up towards the sun. Notice the intricate folds and curves of each individual petal. Reach out and touch it. Feel how silky smooth it is when you rub it between your fingers. It's like velvet. Notice the scent that's released when you touch it. Breathe in that scent. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Hear the bees as they zip and zoom around, trying to find the food that they are in search of. See the butterfly as it perches on the top of the flower with its wings spread, showing off its glorious coloring. See the chipmunks running all around the ground, going between the trees. See the squirrels traveling up and down the trees, hopping from one branch to another. Feel the bark of the tree, the grooves, the edges, soft rough, smooth. Smell the tree in through your nose and out through your mouth. Take in the glorious sight of the tree as it stands there, tall and strong and proud. Watch the branches sway gently in the breeze. Notice the leaves as they dance back and forth in the delicate breeze. See the bird in its nest, resting high in the treetops. Listen to its chirping as it sings out a beautiful melody. Notice the feather on the ground. Must have fallen from the nest. Pick it up. Rub your finger around the edges of the feather. Let it tickle your skin. That feels so relaxing. Now turn your arm over so your forearm is exposed. Very gently take the tip of the feather and rub it up and down along your forearm. Allow your skin to be energized by the sensation of the feather. Feel the goosebumps coming out on your skin. Let it energize you. Let it rejuvenate you. Breathe in that energy in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let it wash all over you. You are totally relaxed. Now slowly open your eyes. Your tension is released. You are okay. You are safe. So what did we think about that? Or did y'all fall asleep on me? What did you guys think about that? Hey Jay, thanks hon, I appreciate that. You guys like that? I'm glad. So a lot of people would argue that that's, meditation or visualization. Honestly, I don't care what name you put on it. I do that as I said before, I do that to transport myself, when I'm panicked, specifically when I am fighting that nervous feeling for, like, I've been like all day long. It's just been like increasing. It's not decreasing. So, I definitely encourage you to, bookmark that video, try it. You can transport yourself anywhere you want, wherever your happy place may be. My happy place happens to be outside. So yes, Suzanne, there is. I also do that. I do one where, like, you're on a raft and you're floating out in the water, but I chose not to do that one because, I don't want to make anyone seasick. But yeah, if you want, Suzanne, I have your email. I can, although I think that you're probably creative enough but I could type it out for you, and you could give it a shot. The one on the raft. So I just want to read up here for a minute. Okay, so Suzanne says, awesome. Shieldmane says, that was lovely, nearly fell asleep. Good. I'm glad, because you said that you were having a rough day, so I'm glad that you felt relaxed. That's good. I already said that. Jay said that was amazing. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. Coming from you, that is quite a compliment, Mr. Meditation himself. Faye says, wow, that felt good. Anna says, going to have to listen to it on replay before I can give an opinion. Got distracted by ambulance lights and other people's phone calls. I get it. This probably would have been more beneficial at 11 o'clock at night when people get ready to go to bed, but what can I tell you? I hope that you are able to try it, though. I hope that you are able. I don't know why the light looks so weird. I look like a ghost. I don't know what's going on here. Is that better, you guys? It feels weird. I don't know what's going on. I'm a hot mess. I'm so sorry. I just feel terrible. Anyway, okay, Suzanne says I'm going to have to, I already read that. See, you guys can tell I'm totally distracted, right? Faye says, I was in my own backyard in the beginning of the summer. Excellent. I've done it on a rainy afternoon. Like I can smell, the rain and the plants and the wet dirt and all that kind of stuff. I do have a really good imagination, and so it's easy for me, and I know it's not easy for everybody, but if you can just take a few little tidbits out of that, or just continue to listen to that if you want. I can't be the only one that's ever done a video on that. Yeah, there you go, Suzanne. Excellent. That's excellent. So, does anybody have any questions? I'm not trying to be smart. I don't know if anybody has any questions about that or whatever. It's just the idea, the concept is to literally, remove yourself from whatever the situation is that's causing you anxiety or stress. Sorry, that was a reminder. And that's really all it's intended to do. That doesn't sound weird at all, Faye. Oh, is it? Well, there you go, Shield. Maybe it'll help you go to sleep, right? Yeah, it's like I said, you can use it for just about anything, right? You're in the bath, you've had a bad day at the office, the kids are getting on your nerves, whatever the case may be. And it doesn't have to be because you have anxiety, but I know about it because I have anxiety, if that makes sense. So, you can pretty much, change it and adapt it to just about anything. So, I was going to do something now and I can't remember what the heck I was going to do, you guys, honestly. So, before I forget, because I'm not really with the program here, please make sure that you tune in on Sunday. It's going to be a really good show with Allie from Heart and Soul Connected and Michael Dyer and his relationship cards. They're not really oracle cards. They're more like thought-provoking or conversation starters. But we're going to take a deep dive into relationships, sort of like the W5 of relationships, right? Because I know that lots of us are experiencing divides with our coworkers, with our families. We're disconnected from a lot of people. And so I think that this is going to be really informative and helpful to a lot of us. So I hope that you can join us for that. So it's Sunday, January the 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Next week, January the 12th, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, Heather Indigo Crystals will be here. I canceled tonight because I just really wasn't feeling like doing healing readings. My neck is really, really bothering me. So I appreciate her understanding, and I'm sorry to you guys for changing that. And what else do I have to tell you about? I think that's it. Oh, yes. And one more mention housekeeping wise. I did a mirror work or a sample mirror work video. I really hope that you guys can check it out and you'll find something helpful there. It was difficult to do. Does anyone have any questions about that? Well, you've got me here. I'm shuffling some cards in case anyone wonders what that noise is. Oh, and we've had one turnover. We've got, I don't even know if I can hold this up. We've got cactus flower, endurance, hold on, you can do this. I love it. Hold on, you can do this. Beautiful. Oh, thanks, Faye. Oh, thanks, Cartomancy. You liked it? That's huge coming from you, my friend, and I'm glad that you found that helpful. I did mention in the video last night, and I just want to reiterate this, switching gears for a moment, about the mirror work. It is not uncommon. More often than not, you will invoke emotions that will surprise you because, you're just looking at yourself in the mirror. So why are tears flowing? And I don't want anyone to be surprised if they give it a shot and that is what happens. I don't want anyone to be like, oh, what have I tapped into here? I want you to think of it in terms of a healing, right? Sometimes you feel better after a good cry kind of idea. Believe it or not, it's a good thing. And I really, really hope that you guys can. I hope. I wasn't sure how to convey the message of doing the mirror work because I was like, I knew that the video was rolling, so I didn't know how authentic it was going to come across. I think it did an okay job. But, give it a shot, you guys. Don't be afraid of mirror work. It can be so helpful and so healing for so many issues, right? You're upset, you're ticked off, you've had a bad day, you're not happy with the way that you look, you're not happy with something that you're doing, and you're panicked, you're stressed, right? Inner child stuff, old pains, old wounds, triggers, whatever the case may be. You can adapt mirror work for so many things. And when I do it, I just have a conversation with myself. It works for me, so I hope that anybody or everyone, whatever, finds it helpful. So I only have some cards that are sitting in front of me here, so I apologize. Because I don't know that I can turn around and grab the other ones. I mean, I suppose I could if I really, really turn my whole body, but I can't turn my head that way. All right, my friends. I'm gonna pull another card here. Whoops. I have power, it is real. I have power, it is real. My friends, the messages are beautiful. Faye, please don't be sorry to ever ask a question. Listen, my mama always said there is only one silly question, and that is the question that you don't ask. So don't ever feel concerned about asking a question. Mirror work is a healing technique that was created. It's also referred to as reflection work, where you look into a mirror and you have a conversation with yourself as a means to heal a past hurt, as a means to heal a body image issue, as a means of just having a conversation with yourself, as a means of really, and these are my words, in being your own best advocate, right? You are like your mom and your best friend and your big sister, and every person who loves you, all rolled up into one, standing in front of your reflection, telling you exactly what you need to hear at the exact moment that you need to hear it, good, bad, and otherwise. It's important that you are real with what your conversation is, and it's important that you know that emotions are probably going to be invoked, and I'm not really even sure why that happens, but I can guarantee you that almost every time I do mirror work, I cry. Not necessarily tears of sadness, right? Most of the times it's just a release, is what it is. And so if you have, I don't like the way I look, I don't like the way my hair is, I need to lose weight, I was abused, so I don't often look at myself. I need to focus on my eyeballs and look to the inside me because I'm fighting anxiety and panic. Those are some of the reasons why someone would stand in front of a mirror and do that type of work, if that makes sense. These two techniques, along with the tapping video that I put out a little while ago, are things that I do. I don't do them every day. I do them when I need to, and I do them a lot less often now than I used to. But they're quick, they're simple, they don't require any money. Meaning like you don't have to like buy any tools, right? Pretty much everyone has a mirror accessible to them, right? Pretty much everyone has, they can close their eyes and sit down and visualize, and the tapping you can do anywhere. And that's why those techniques worked for me specifically, because when the onset of panic would come, I could be anywhere. So those are like my three main techniques that that I use as my tools. It was in mine too, Faye. I mean, not necessarily a sign of weakness per se, but my mom always said that don't ever let them see you sweat. And so she was a proud, independent, single mother, and she never wanted anyone to ever see that she was vulnerable. So, like a sign of weakness. She didn't just, I'm just saying she didn't say those specific words, but that the other statement that she made was implying the same thing. And so I don't often shed tears either. Now, when I say that, I've shed a lot more tears today than I ever did before. But I don't, I still don't cry a lot. And I'll be honest, I'm somehow I don't know that I'm fearful. I don't have a fear of crying, but I am hesitant to go there, like cry, because I am concerned about, I have this image of the floodgates opening and boom, um, like I'm never going to be able to stop it sort of idea. So um, I would say to you, Faye, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to single you out, but since you asked or made the statement, I would say to you, Faye, the number one thing that you need to do is to be kind to yourself. Don't judge yourself because you don't cry. Uh, Remember that each person is unique in how they cope and how they deal with past hurts, traumas, pains, injustices, anxiety, whatever the case may be. Everybody is unique, and everybody's feelings, thoughts, emotions are unique to them. No two people are going to react the same way to the same situation. So if you feel that you should be crying, ask yourself, why are you focused on, why are you not doing the thing that you think that you should be doing instead of celebrating the things that you are doing, right? If that makes sense. So if you stood in front of the mirror, for example, and had a conversation with yourself and you didn't cry and said to yourself, well, Kelly said, it could and it should. And most times people cry, but I'm not crying. So I must be doing it wrong. There must be something wrong with me. The point that I'm trying to make there is that brings up all kinds of negative self-talk, all kinds of negative self-judgment. Don't take that into you, right? All you can do is your best. Put your best foot forward, make an attempt, stand in front of the mirror, do the mirror work, and see if you feel anything. Take it one step at a time, one encounter with the mirror at a time, right? Write down, maybe in your journal after you do your mirror work, how you felt. If the tears are released, the tears are released. That's fantastic. If they're not, you are still releasing whatever emotions that you're feeling by journaling. That would be my best advice to you. And to be kind to yourself. Anna Banana brought up a good point last night when we were watching the video when it first premiered. And that was that I totally had that in my head, and now I just forgot what I was going to say. Anna Banana, you brought up a good point last night. Oh, yes, that you tried it and invoked a lot of self-judgment and negative self-talk, right? It is important to not go there. So when you're looking in the mirror, you're not saying, well, you look like crap. You look like shit. Your hair looks bad. That's not the point, and that's not helpful. Don't start it like that. Even when I did the video last night and I said you look tired, that was the most positive spin I could put on it, right? If I had said you look exhausted, you look like crap, so you look tired. To me, tired was the best word that I could use because I can correct the tiredness, if that makes sense, right? Sorry, just bear with me here. Let me go back up here. So, Shield Maiden says, the more we clear ourselves, the less we have to constantly clear out. Very good point, my dear. I like the way you said that. Carter Mancy says, improving ability is a good physical therapy channel. I have a few on the next, but yeah, well. Here's the thing. I would be very hesitant to let anybody give me any therapy on my neck. I made the mistake one time of doing some yoga routine specifically for neck injuries, apparently, that I found on the internet. And my chiropractor that I had to go to after I did said exercises told me, don't ever do those again. So I go to my chiropractor and my physiotherapist for that stuff. Suzanne says, tears brought more violence in my childhood. Yeah. Anna Banana says, I broke down for the first time in years during a mediumship class. Even then, I didn't really let loose. Yeah. I think that everybody has a fear of letting go, whatever letting go means to you, right? We all have a fear of that release. And let's face it, you know, sometimes we act as if we have no idea. I have no reason to understand why something's bothering me. I don't know what's going on. Why am I feeling this way? Deep down, you know. Like I said in the mirror video last night, right? Like, what's wrong? What's going on? You need a hug. It's because I'm still broken. I'm not cured, but I'm acting as if I'm cured. And that's hard. That's a tough act to continue, right? It is releasing. Suzanne says, I cannot remember the last time I bawled, but tears run down on my face occasionally, and it is releasing for me now. My encourages cry to heal and release. Yeah. Yeah. Shield Maiden says she rarely cries anymore. Suzanne says, I cannot remember the last time that I bawled. But I have tears run down my face occasionally, and it's not only freeing but releasing. My guides encourage crying for healing and release. Interesting, Anna. You know what I want? I don't know that this is going to make sense, but like you said that, and this is exactly what came to my mind. So instead of allowing that little voice in your head, and I sort of think I know what you mean. It's like, you know, how, you know, you got like the good guy on this side and the not so good guy on this side, and they kind of like push you one way or the other. So instead of having a voice in your head when you're doing mirror work specifically, that's what I'm talking about, right? You're looking at you talking, looking at you in the mirror. You be the voice in your head, right? You got to shut that voice down, because that's what you're doing. It's like you're reprogramming yourself, right? So when that little voice in your head, so let's just play this out for a second, right? Hi, Mims. How you doing, love? Okay, so we're in the mirror, right? And you're like, oh, girl, you look exhausted. You haven't got any sleep. Look at the circles under your eyes. All the makeup in the world isn't covering this crap up. Girl, you need to get some sleep. What is going on? And that little voice in your head is like, yeah, you look like shit. Say this. Yeah, you do. You look really, really tired. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to give you a hug. We're going to take a hot bubble bath. You know what I mean? Try when that little voice shoots that out, because that's a learned behavior. That is something that you've done for years, or someone else has taught you to do. You've heard that from family members, from friends, from a spouse, whatever, right? That's crap that's being filtered into you. That's just like a learned behavior. Stop it. Tell that little voice to F off. Like, get lost. You're not part of this conversation. This is between me and the girl in the mirror. You go away. Right? So tell it out loud, acknowledge it. Yeah, you do. You do look like crap. But you know what? You're going to be okay, because we're going to fix this. We're going to love you. We're going to go have a hot bubble. You know what I mean? That kind of an idea. See if that works. Excuse me. Some may not need to cry and manage whatever they are going through differently. 100%. That's what I was trying to convey to Faye. You know, don't judge other people's reactions to your own reactions, because everybody reacts differently, love. Everybody reacts differently. Suzanne says, I don't think punching holes in walls is a good replacement. Right? Did you hear that? I did hit my wall. Yep. Oh, excuse me. Oh, thank you, man. You're so kind. Chill Maiden. My father, as a joke, used to say, I don't know why any adult would think that this was funny, but as a joke, my dad used to say, "Stop crying, or I'll give you something to cry, really cry about." And I never understood why anybody would ever say that. I have no words of wisdom in that particular department, but I will say this to you. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't even realize. Thanks, Anna. Hold on a second, Mims. Let me just see if I can log in here. You guys, bear with me. Oh, I do apologize. You guys are so kind. I'm like really not feeling it today. All right, let's get in here. Let's make. I do apologize. Oh. You guys are so kind. I'm like really not feeling it today. All right, let's get in here. Let's make. I do apologize. You guys are so kind. I'm like really not feeling it today. All right, let's get in here. Let's. I do apologize. You guys. There. All right. That should do it for you, Mims. Okay, so anyways, my I'm not trying to like whine and complain. I'm just saying, like, every once in a while I move the wrong way and it's like, oh, and I'm holding myself really, really stiff because it just like that. Okay. Allow me, indulge me for a moment. Allow me to show you how messed up my neck is. Pardon the hairdo. Okay. So here is my neck that is somewhat attached to my body. Okay. If I try to put my ear to my shoulder, that's as far as I can go. The other side, I'm feeling that all the way down my back. And if I push it, like that's it. That's my limit. I turn my head sideways. That's it. That's as far as I can go. And if I turn my head this way, that's about it. Now, if I go down, I can feel this just below like the middle of my back. And if I push it even more, that is like a thump pain. That's not like a pull, that is like a thump. So that's why my head is like, and I'm starting to feel a little like, ooh, every time I move the wrong way. So, and this happens to me, so I don't want anyone to be concerned. This has gone on since 2008. I'm going to live. I will be fine, right? It's just like up here is like a brick, and it just needs to relax and settle down. I must have slept funny. Maybe I was tense about something, and those two things just sort of like take on a life of its own. And it's colder temperatures here. The temperature's been going up and down. I will feel better. I have exercises that were given to me by the chiropractor and my physiotherapist, and I need to get back to doing those on a daily basis as I'm supposed to, which is what holds this off. So please don't anyone worry about me, but I did want to show you that because I keep oohing and on, and I don't want you to think that I'm in worse pain than I am. It's not like a constant pain. It's just annoying as crap. It's like having a stiff neck. That's all. Except for I feel it all the way down my back. Okay, so Dun, 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 dun. Yes. So, this is what I want to mention to you, okay? Again, the mirror work, the visualization therapy, and the tapping exercises are all things that were given to me by my therapist at one point or another throughout the last 10 years. They were given to me specifically for my anxiety panic disorder. I have adapted them to use them for all different reasons, meaning like I'm stressed, I've had a bad day at the office, I can't sleep, or whatever the case may be. I hope that you got something out of this. I hope that you found it helpful. I hope, if nothing else, you found it, informative and relaxing. You don't have to have anxiety for these things to work for you, but you do have to be committed to trying it, right? Now, the video that I released last night on the mirror work specifically, very important. Please, 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 no matter what, remember to be kind to yourself, to be positive, no different than the talk that we had about setting intentions, right? The mirror work is supposed to be a release, not a in-depth conversation with how much you think you suck, for lack of a better way to put it. You are, each and every one of you, beautiful, phenomenal, loving, caring, amazing people. Don't let yourself, especially, nor anyone else, ever dull your sparkle. As I said in the video last night, the world deserves to see each and every one of you. Don't let anyone ever take that away from you, my friends. All right. Yeah, the mirror work video is only about, really, it's only about 10 minutes long. It's not like in depth by any stretch of the imagination, but I do want to make sure, because I did it as a premiere. I was just in the chat. I wasn't really able to answer any questions. I just wanted to make sure that you guys understood that oftentimes, more times than not, you will invoke emotions that will surprise you if you've never done it before, and you just stand in front of the mirror and start talking to yourself, right? Like, okay, we'll do an example right now, okay, for the people that didn't see it. So let's say that I'm using the camera as my mirror, right? Hey, girl. Wow, you look exhausted. Look at those circles under your eyes, girl. Like, no amount of makeup's clearing this up. What is going on with you? You are fighting something. That's why you're stiff. That's why your neck is bugging you. Something is eating away at you. Look at how red your ears are. Your blood pressure is way out of whack, girl. You're not sleeping right. You're not looking after yourself. You're not doing your self-care routines. You got to get back to that. You got to get back to that. You're so valuable. You're so important to your husband, to your kitty cats, to your sisters, to your nieces. They need you. You need you. You know you can do this. You got to dig down deep, girl. Now, come on. You got to fight. You know you got to fight, and you know you got the fight in it. Nobody's stronger than you are. You know that. It's in here. It's in here. Come on. You can do this. You deserve this. You can do it. Now, come on. Give me a smile. Smile. No, really smile. I love you. I love you. The world loves you. You deserve to be loved. Now go out there and show the world your sparkle. That, my friends, is a sample of mirror work. That is what you do to love yourself. That is what you do. Now look at, I'm like tearing up. And why am I tearing up? I'm looking into the camera telling myself that I love myself. Why am I tearing up? It is, I don't understand why it invokes the emotions that it does, but I wanted each and every one of you to know that it can do that. So if you have body image issues, or if you typically sort of like beat yourself up or go to the negative side. I might just, as another suggestion, start with a really small mirror, maybe just the rearview mirror in the car, maybe just a handheld, like a makeup mirror, like a compact mirror, right? Just the little round ones. Don't start with like a full length mirror where you're taking, because it's a lot to take in if you're not happy about the image that you're seeing back, whether it be because you're broken, because you need to release something, or because you just don't like physically what you're seeing. Maybe try looking in a smaller mirror so you're only looking at one particular part of your face. But the most important part that you need to see is your eyeballs, right? Because you can't lie to yourself. That's the key, right? There is always love, self-love first. Most important. And thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Mims. You guys are awesome. Okay, my friends. So, does anyone have any questions or anything else that they want to say before we end off? We don't have to end off. If you got more things that you want to talk about, I'm here for you guys. Oh, and by the way, the non-smoking is not going well. This has not been a great week for the non-smoking, but I will get back on the horse and I will try again. Not gonna lie. Maybe that's where all my anxiety is coming from. I don't know. It's coming from somewhere. Something is bothering me and I don't know what it is. And that's one of the great things about having anxiety, that you don't always know what's bothering you, right? I had a situation earlier in the week. I thought I dealt with it. Maybe I haven't. Maybe it lasted too long and festered down deep into my bones. And this is what happens when you have diagnosed anxiety. As the video that I put out on Monday was about the signs and the symptoms of having anxiety, you can literally take on physical symptoms from the anxiety. So, yes, Anna, of course. Or Anna, sorry. Yes, Mims, definitely bless those emotions. I mean, you know what? We have to remember that we have positive emotions as well as negative emotions, right? And tears don't have to be because of sadness. Tears can be a release of joy, or a release that will bring you joy, right? I'm not quite sure what you mean, Anna, but send me an email. I think I do know what you mean, and yes. But if it's not, I'm not sure. Yeah, no, cartomancy, no, definitely. Long story short. So many moons ago, Kelly worked in a group home for developmentally challenged individuals. It was a high medical needs house. Everyone there was nonverbal. Everyone there was immobile, and I went into the washroom one day to toilet one of the clients, and it was a house that was converted into a group home. Spaces were tight. I knew better. I shouldn't have done what I did, and I lifted up a client, and she immediately went into a sitting position where her knees bent as if she was doing meditation, so cross-legged, but like this way. So when I lifted her up, she was her legs went out, so I had to hold her up and out like that. She was about 95, 6, 8 pounds, something like that, and like my whole body shook, because like it was like everything I could do from letting her drop and hit her head on the toilet, and that obviously wasn't a good thing to happen. So I hurt my back. I literally felt my disc pop, go right. And luckily, because of where I worked. We have a doctor on standby for the clients, and I was able to be seen immediately. And so now, thank you to that lovely procedure, all I have to do is like get out of my chair, I sneeze, look the wrong way, and my back is out. Luckily, I know what to do to get that back together. Then in 2008, I get involved in a car accident. I have a girl who's texting, please don't ever text and drive, who hits me while I'm sitting at a red light. She's going about, I don't know, 50, 60 kilometers an hour, which is, I don't know how many miles, but whatever. Had no idea what happened to me. Just boom. And she knocked me into oncoming traffic, and I missed a dump truck that was coming in the opposite direction. Thank God I missed it. And I had taken the crash. My car was manual or standard, as we refer to it here in Canada. And so my foot was on the clutch. My left foot was on the clutch. My arm was braced on the windowsill, holding onto the steering wheel. My right hand was on the gears. And I took the whole crash, the whole impact on my left side. And I had, I don't know, 52 multiple soft tissue, somebody or others down my back. So if you took your hand and went down the left side of my back from like my neck to the base of my spine, it felt like a golf ball. Like there was all those dents and bumps. It was just gross. And now when I say I couldn't walk, I wasn't hospitalized, couldn't walk, but I literally shuffled like Morticia shuffles. Like my dress was only like this big at the bottom and I couldn't move my feet. That's how I could walk. And I couldn't feed my cats. I couldn't pull up my underwear. I couldn't brush my teeth. I couldn't put my hair in a ponytail. I pretty much couldn't do anything. And that happened in May, and finally in October, I went back to work. So between the previous back injury and then the neck injury, which is nothing compared to what so many other people have gone through, I have these reoccurring issues if I, don't look after myself, or I move the wrong way, or whatever the case may be. And if I happen to sleep funny, right, I don't get a stiff neck. I get this, and it lasts for like a week. And, it's like worse than a regular stiff neck would be. But this is my version of a stiff neck because I have a messed up neck because of that accident. So, but I mean, hey, I'm walking and I'm breathing. So that is the important bit. Yes. Kevin, my dear friend, Kevin, thank you for popping in. And I do want to say this to you. Thank you so much for, this is how kind Kevin is. I was in Scott's chat earlier today, and I asked a question. And Kevin and the other readers did a reading on me. And then at the end of the reading, they pulled a card for the collective. And he felt that it was for me. And he sent me an email to let me know to watch the end of that show in case I had missed it. Which is, your name says it all, right? It was just lovely. I appreciate it so very much. Because I needed to hear it. So I definitely appreciate that. And I'm sure that those readings that Scott, Sheila, Kevin, and Mark did for people's pets were, I was in tears. So I didn't even ask a question about a pet. So I can only imagine how much, peace and comfort they brought to people in the chat. It was a great show. Great show. I encourage everyone to watch it. Thanks, Mims. I appreciate that. You know what? This journey has been intense in the last 4 to 6 months. It has been challenging. It has been wonderful and joyous and beautiful and just going to make me cry. When Allie invited me on her show for the hopes and wishes of 2022, I wrote out what I wanted to say because I with all those people there, or that she had invited, I didn't know that I was going to get a chance to say it in person or whatever the case may be. So I wrote it out, and I did say to Allie, like, if I got, if she needed someone else to come on, that she could read it on my behalf. But the most important part out of what I said is this: the love, the support, the companionship, the friendship, the total embrace that this community has shown me. And I'm specifically talking about when I was in the chat, right? When I was in the chats going to the different rooms, has brought me a level of joy and peace to my heart, which has just, I mean, it like really it's difficult to articulate how that makes me feel. I am so encouraged about the future because I now feel like I have a future. There is hope at the end of this horrible tunnel that I have been stuck in, whether I stuck myself or whatever. There's hope, and it is the first time in 9 3/4 years since being diagnosed, since my mother passed, since my father was fighting for his life, that I have had hope for my future. And if I can, little old me, sit here with my channel, share some of my personal journey with anyone who may be listening now or in the future, and it could give them 1/10 of the joy and peace that I have been so grateful to receive from this community, then I have done my part. And that is the reason that I'm here. I don't want anyone to ever feel helpless or alone like I did before I arrived here. And that is why I started my channel. That's why I am here. That's why I do what I do. Flaws and all, I am not perfect. This is always just from my own personal experiences, and I'm just so privileged to be a part of this community, and I love each and every one of you for the part that you play within this community, right? I don't consider myself a reader. Most people know that. I consider myself a chatter, and I am proud to wear that badge. Because chatters make it happen, in my opinion. Not that we don't need the readers, not that the readers don't. I mean, they're the reason that we're here, right? But you get my point. Anyways, I just thought that I would share that with you. That's what I'm here for. So, Kevin, thank you. I appreciate what you said very much. You're very kind, my friend. By the way, if anyone is not subscribed to Kevin, which I'm pretty sure you all are, please do go check him out. Show my friends some love. Also, Shield Maiden, Divine Feminine Wisdom and Tarot. She also has a channel, and you should stick that up there. You and Kevin stick it up in the chat. If anybody isn't subscribed, please do go check those people out. They're wonderful. Cardomancy Mesquite, I know, is working on some videos that will be out shortly on her channel. And Cardomancy, you should stick your channel in the chat there, and so people can go and check you out. I'm going to pull one more card here, my friends, a postcard from Spirit before we finish up. I just want to reiterate one more time, apologies to indigo crystals for the change in schedule tonight, but my neck just wasn't feeling up to it. And if we're going to be doing readings, I want you guys to have the very, very best reading possible. So that's going to happen next Wednesday at, excuse me, at 6 p.m. So January the 12th, 6 p.m. Eastern, Indigo Crystals and I will be here doing healing readings. This Sunday, January the 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we have the wonderful and fantastic Allie from Heart and Soul Connected and Michael Dyer, who has created a set of relationship cards, will be here, and we're going to be taking a deep dive into all types of conversations about relationships. Let's call it the W5 of relationships. And I hope that you'll join me for that. I think that's going to be very, very informative, very interesting. And of course, I'll be popping up. You never know when I might pop up and do an oracles and chat. Please don't forget to check out the mirror work video that I put up last night. And of course, replay this video and do the visualization technique or visualization therapy, whatever term you want to put on it. I do hope that you find it helpful and useful. And please leave a comment, because I'd love to know, what it did for you. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, thumbs up, hit the bell notification. Whoop. Did you see that? Sideways. All right. Okay, I have to turn the light up because I can't see, because these cards are beautiful, but some of them are like antique looking, and it's hard to read them if you don't have the right light. All right, here we go. Dear you, oh my, things are stirred up and changes upon you. This is cause for celebration. No need to be nervous, but know that it's okay to be afraid when faced with the uncertainties of life. The funny thing is that courage doesn't get muttered in the absence of fear, rather in spite of it or even because of it. Step into the unknown now. Let go of the branch you are clinging to, and let spirit take the wheel and help steer you to your highest good and most wonderful adventure. Kevin, is this not the same card? I'm kind of freaking out. I'm not going to lie. Sorry, friends. I apologize. Sorry. We'll wait for Kevin to clarify. Sorry. Okay, so... Oh, okay, I think it's a different card. I was like, wait a minute, what? Okay, so back up for one moment. So let go of the branch you are clinging to, and let spirit take the wheel and help steer you to your highest good and most wonderful adventure. All you need to concern yourself with is choosing courage as your ally. Leave the rest up to us. There's a load of miracles being shipped your way. Remember what philosopher Joseph Campbell said: take one step toward the gods and they will take 10 towards you. We're all doing the destiny cha-cha on your behalf. That's right. Don't be afraid to dance, my friends. Love you always. That is a beautiful message. That's 2 beautiful messages we got from our postcard from Spirit. My friends, I thank each and every one of you every day, every way that I can. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all your love and your support. You guys are awesome, phenomenal human beings. And, okay, your card said this, Kelly. We're waiting for Kevin to, my gosh, don't print all of that. Good grief. You'll be typing forever. Does it not, cartomancy? You can feel the love come right out of him. All right, love. That's great. Thanks, Kevin. I was going to say, my gosh, don't type it all. Good grief. Right? That's right, Mims, because I was just saying that, right? The little guy on the left and the little guy on the right, the one that's negative and the one that's positive. That's exactly what that is. That's funny. Good catch there, Mims. You just gave me goosebumps, honestly. Just gave me goosebumps. Yeah, we might have been here all Sunday. Everybody see Quincy's on the floor there? Quince? Hi, baby. I don't know if you guys could hear, but Quincy was here while I was doing the visualization, and he was trying to play with me, and I was like, not now. We can't play with the wires. Oh, my gosh. What would we do without our pets, right? Yes, definitely. Keep the positive guy. All right, my friends. I will let you go. I hope that you have a wonderful night. I hope that you sleep well. I hope that you have sweet dreams. And I will see you guys on Friday at 3 p.m. I'm doing my first episode ever of Thank Spirit. It's Friday, and who knows what's going to happen. I'm keeping that under my hat. And then I will see you on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern with Allie and with Michael Dyer. And then back here next week, January the 12th, 6 p.m. Eastern Time with Indigo Crystals for some healing readings. Until we see each other again, my friends, blessings to you always. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye for now.